Once upon a time, there was a potato named Iron Potato. Yes, you read that right. A potato with a suit of armor that gave him superpowers. One day, Iron Potato decided to challenge the powerful Eternal, Cersei, to a battle. Cersei, who was initially hesitant to fight the potato, eventually agreed to the battle out of curiosity. The two combatants stood in the ring, with Cersei looking on in amusement as Iron Potato waddled around in his armor. The battle began, and Iron Potato launched himself at Cersei, hitting her with all the force his potato body could muster. Cersei just laughed and swatted Iron Potato away like a fly. Iron Potato tried every trick he could think of, from blasting her with mashed potato guns to summoning an army of French fry minions. But Cersei was too powerful, and no matter what Iron Potato tried, he couldn't even scratch her. Eventually, Iron Potato gave up and admitted defeat. Cersei chuckled and congratulated Iron Potato on a valiant effort. She even offered him a spot on the Avengers, which he accepted with glee. And so Iron Potato went from being a potato nobody to a superhero in his own right, all thanks to his battle with Cersei. Iron Potato was feeling pretty confident after his battle with Cersei, for some reason. So he decided to take on the Fantastic Four's Thing. It was an unusual matchup, to say the least, but Iron Potato was ready for anything. The battle began, and Iron Potato launched himself at Thing, hitting him with all the force his potato body could muster. But to his surprise, the Thing just stood there, barely flinching. Thing looked at Iron Potato with a bemused expression and said, "Kid, I've fought giant monsters and evil geniuses, and you think you can take me down?" Iron Potato tried his best, using his mashed potato guns and summoning his French fry minions once again, but it was all for naught. The Thing was just too powerful, and eventually Iron Potato ran out of steam. Thing just chuckled and patted Iron Potato on the head. "Not bad, kid. Not bad at all. But maybe stick to fighting vegetables next time." Iron Potato couldn't help but feel a little embarrassed. He learned his lesson. He may be a potato, but even he had to admit that the Thing was one tough cookie. Next up, Iron Potato decided to take on the powerful god of the symbiotes, Null. Everyone thought he was crazy, but he was determined to prove them wrong. As the battle began, Iron Potato unleashed a barrage of mashed potatoes and french fries at Null. Null was caught off guard and stumbling backwards, trying to fend off the onslaught of potato-based attacks. Iron Potato continued his assault, summoning an army of tater tots to take on Null's symbiote minions. Null was struggling to keep up, but he refused to give in to a potato. In a last-ditch effort, Null unleashed a devastating blast of symbiote energy, which Iron Potato countered with a giant baked potato. The two attacks collided, creating a massive explosion that left everyone stunned. As the dust settled, Iron Potato emerged from the smoke victorious. He had done the impossible and defeated Null. Everyone cheered for Iron Potato, who had proven that even a humble potato could be a hero. Null may have been the god of the symbiotes, but he was no match for the power of potatoes. It was a beautiful day in the Marvel Universe, and the two alliances, GT-39 and ISO-8, were ready for battle. The GT-39 alliance was made up of some of the most powerful and skilled superheroes in the universe, including Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, and Black Panther. The ISO-8 alliance, on the other hand, was made up of lesser-known heroes, including Squirrel Girl, Moon Knight, and Howard the Duck. GT-39 was confident in their abilities and had come up with a brilliant battle plan. They had even hired Deadpool as their strategist, which was probably their first mistake. Deadpool had come up with a plan so crazy that even he wasn't sure if it would work. But the GT-39 alliance had faith in Deadpool and decided to go with his plan. The battle began, and ISO-8 was caught off guard by GT-39's strategy. GT-39 had created a giant mechanical suit that they had planned to use to crush the ISO-8 alliance. Iron Man was inside the suit and was ready to take down the ISO-8 alliance single-handedly. Okay, so pretty much Hulkbuster, I guess. But things did not go as planned. As Iron Man charged towards the ISO-8 alliance, Moon Knight jumped on the mechanical suit and started hitting it with his fists. Iron Man was taken aback by Moon Knight's strength and was unable to shake him off. Meanwhile, Squirrel Girl had summoned an army of squirrels to attack the GT-39 alliance. Oh, fuck. The battle was intense, with heroes flying left and right and explosions going off all around them. It was chaos, but the GT-39 alliance was still holding their own. However, as the battle progressed, things started to go downhill for the GT-39 Alliance. Howard the Duck had managed to sneak up behind Deadpool and had taken him out of the equation. Without their strategist, GT-39 was left without a plan, and they started to panic. Black Panther had taken on the entire ISO 8 Alliance by himself, but he was starting to tire. As the battle came to a close, it was clear that GT-39 was going to lose. ISO 8 had outsmarted them and had used their weaknesses against them. GT-39 had fought valiantly, but in the end, it was all for naught. As the heroes of GT-39 lay defeated on the ground, they couldn't help but feel a little embarrassed. Well, I mean, yeah, kinda. They had been taken down by a group of heroes that they had underestimated, but they also couldn't help but feel a little proud of themselves. They had fought bravely and had done their best. And so, the battle of the Alliance GT-39 versus the Alliance ISO 8 came to a close, with ISO 8 emerging victorious. It was a battle that will be remembered for years to come.